Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Sunday Life Dharma. Commemorating the Independence Day, Reverend Gong is going to give us Dharma Talk about Path to Independence. And at the end of the service, you'll also be able to listen to her singing the national anthem. So stay tuned for that as well. Now let us start our practice with Qi Gong. Please join Reverend Kim.
Good morning, everyone. It's a happy Qi Gong time. First, let's try cat face wash posture. Put your one leg out and breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. The other foot out. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. The other side. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. The other foot out. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Okay. The other side. Connect. Put out. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. The other foot. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Back to center. Okay. Breathe in and out. Breathe in slowly, gently out. Okay. The other foot. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. And next, upper body, just upper body rotated. Okay, and here, okay, one, breathe in and out. You're just only upper body rotated. Head look forward and out. Then breathe in and out. Here, breathe in and out. Okay, next one, make elbow. And then carry to other side. Slowly, smoothly, in and out. And rotate in energy. Breathe in and out. Rotate gently, slowly. And carry to other side. In and out. Slowly rotating. Focus your middle of palm. Carry to the other side. And breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. And switch. Okay. Slowly, smoothly rotate. In and out. Rotate. Center. And slowly walk back. One and two. Slowly press together. And separate hand. And down. And slowly up. This water energy up. And then fire energy down. Thank you for joining.
I bow to the grace of heaven and earth, honoring the infinite source of marvelous existence. With gratitude, I bow to the grace of parents, ancestors, and everyone who has given me life and nurtured me. With gratitude, I bow to the grace of fellow beings, embracing the truth of interconnectedness. With gratitude, I bow to the grace of laws, which guide us to develop justice and freedom through Dharma and universal principles. Meditation is simple and easy. Anyone can practice it. Please take time to find your most comfortable position on the floor or in a chair. Now wiggle to release any tension in your body. Rock front to back or side to side, like the pendulum of a grandfather clock, until you find the point of perfect balance. Breathe in, grab all your tension. Breathe out, release any mental or physical uneasiness. Scan your entire body to see if there is any tension, especially in your face and head, neck and shoulders. If your face or body begins to itch, simply note the itching and let it pass. If your legs ache unbearably, you may change position slowly and quietly. When thoughts arise in your mind, do not be disturbed by them. Do not react to your thoughts or pursue them. Recognize them as just thoughts. They will disappear by themselves. Continue to bring your awareness back to your dungeon abiding breath. When your mind is calm, concentrated, perfectly focused, and at peace, you will rest in the realm of samadhi, deep meditation. You will no longer feel any distinction between yourself and others, finding yourself free from the limits of time and place. We are grateful to sit quietly, finding the still point within. May we be here now, deeply aware of our ever calm, ever alert spirit. 영주 전지연기야 심정 만사여의 아심통 전지여와 동일체 아요 전지동 신정 전지연기야 심정 만사여의 아심통 전지여와 동일체 아요 전지동 신정 전지연기야 심정 만사여의 아심통 전지여와 동일체 아요 전지동 심정 전지연기야 심정 만사여의 아심통 전지여와 동일체 아요 전지동 심정 전지연기야 심정 만사여의 아심통 전지여와 동일체 아요 전지동 심정 전지연기야 심정 만사여의 아심통 전지여와 동일체 아요 전지동 심정 전지연기야 심정 만사여의 아심통 전지여와 동일체 아요 전지동 심정 전지연기야 심정 만사여의 아심통 전지여와 동일체 아요 전지동 심정 전지연기야 심정 만사여의 아심통 전지여와 동일체 아요 전지동 심정 전지연기야 심정 만사여의 아심통 전지여와 동일체 아요 전지동 심정 전지연기야 심정 만사여의 아심통 전지여와 동일체 아요 전지동 심정 전지연기야 심정 만사여의 아심통 전지여와 동일체 아요 전지동 심정 전지연기야 심정 만사여의 아심통 전지여와 동일체 아요 전지동 심정 전지연기야 심정 만사여의 아심통 전지여와 동일체 아요 전지동 심정.
Prayer for world peace. Grace of heaven and earth, grace of parents, grace of fellow beings, grace of laws. O Dharmakaya Buddha, fourfold grace, may we take refuge in Dharma and be filled with compassion and wisdom. May we transform delusion into wisdom, greed into generosity, resentment into gratitude, discord into harmony, and hatred into compassion. May all nations grow and benefit mutually. May the strong help the weak, and may the weak learn and evolve according to Dharma. May all those who have died from world conflicts and disasters be delivered through all obstacles and be at rest. May there be peace throughout the world, and may all beings enjoy tranquility and happiness, living in their original true nature. This we pray with our whole hearts.
May all beings be happy and be well.
happy and be well. May all beings be 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 happy and
Essential Dharmas of Daily Practice. The mind is originally free from disturbance, but disturbances arise in response to sensory conditions. Let us restore the equanimity of our true nature by letting go of disturbances. The mind is originally free from delusion, but delusions arise in response to sensory conditions. Let us restore the wisdom of our true nature by letting go of delusions. The mind is originally free from wrongdoing, but wrongdoings arise in response to sensory conditions. Let us restore the precepts of our true nature by letting go of wrongdoings. Let us replace disbelief, greed, laziness, and ignorance with belief, zeal, questioning, and dedication. Let us turn resentment into gratitude. Let us turn dependency into self-reliance. Let us turn reluctance to learn into willingness to learn well. Let us turn reluctance to teach into willingness to teach well. Let us turn lack of public spirit into eagerness to serve the good of all.
Today, Reverend WontempleNC will give us Dharma talk titled Path to Independence. Let us all practice deep listening, and at the end of our talk, please feel free to share your comments through live chat.
Good morning. We just read the essential dharmas of daily practice, and number 6 says, let us turn dependency into self-reliance. This can be translated as, let us turn a life of dependency into a life of self-power. This specific term, developing self-power, first appeared in one Buddhist literature in 1943, but an earlier concept involved equal rights between men and women. This was introduced by Master Sotaesan in 1929 as a revolutionary approach for realizing the full potential of human rights for every individual. From 1910, Korea was under Japanese rule for 35 years. Many strove and fought for the independence of the country. Reflecting upon the troubled society into which Won Buddhism was born, Sotaesan diagnosed 4 main societal illnesses. One of them was the illness of depending on others, lack of self-power. He especially cautioned against the prevailing custom of depriving women of opportunities. Thanks to Sotaesan's advocacy for equal rights between men and women, female 교무nims actually outnumbered male 교무nims in the early days of Won Buddhism. Today, do you see your life as a life of dependency or as a life of self-reliance? There are people who are physically self-reliant. There are people who are mentally and emotionally self-reliant. There are people who are financially self-reliant. But there are few people who are completely self-reliant in all domains: physical, mental, emotional, financial, and spiritual. Although some of us feel secure and stable in all these domains, this can change depending on the phases of our life. Through childhood young adulthood, middle age, and older age, we may be more reliant in some ways and less self-reliant in others. In our life journey, we strive to develop autonomous power. When we were infants, we could do very little for ourselves. Parents pick up a baby to move them from here to there. Parents change diapers. They feed by babies and help them burp. The baby can start to crawl one day and reaches for a toy. How empowering that is. The baby starts to walk 1 step, 2 steps. How amazing that is. Little babies work hard to develop self-control. As children get older, they gradually develop autonomy. After learning how to ride a bike, they exclaim, "Wow, I can do this all by myself." What about teenagers? They really like to feel independent. How did you feel when you first got your driver's license? Did you feel you had earned a license for self-reliance and freedom? How did it feel when you left your parents' home for the first time and lived on your own? In Won Buddhism, self-reliance implies self-power. I interpret self-power as reliance on myself, believing in my innate abilities. One of my mindfulness practices is trying to do things by myself before asking for help. Yesterday, I noticed that the automatic light in the garage was not turning off for hours. My first thought was, well, I'm not an engineer, so I should ask for help. The first person I thought of asking was Reverends. Maybe she's an engineer. When I was about to call her name, I paused and reconsidered. Maybe I can do this all myself. Using a ladder, I climbed up to the light to see what was wrong. I cleaned out a bird nest, looked around and fiddled with the wires, but nothing worked. So I pulled the plug. The light went out. Later, I plugged the light back in. It worked properly now. Problem solved. I am more of an engineer than I thought. In the chapter on developing self-power, our founding teacher stated that unless we are helpless infants, frail elders, or seriously ill, our aim is to develop self-power as a practice. In this way, while fulfilling our personal duties and responsibilities, we can also give support to others. Here we see the cycle. When we are babies, we need others' power until we become self-reliant. After our vibrant adulthood journey, we become elders, and we once again need to accept others' help to sustain us. As we age, we may experience the fear of losing our independence and becoming a burden on others. But in this cycle, the receiver becomes the giver becomes the receiver. As a practice, We aim to develop self-power so that we become a source of other power to give back what we have received. In the chapter on prayer, Master Sotaesan says, once we are born into this world and engage in life, we need self-power and other power. Self-power is the basis of other power, and other power is the basis of self-power. Therefore, people who have attained other power that is worthy of trust are like trees that are firmly rooted in the soil. Do you feel that somebody has your back? If so, you have found other power that is worthy of trust. When we fall, we get up by pushing against the ground to get back on our feet. We live in a world of dependent origination. We all are dependent upon others. We derive our power from one another through mutual support. Self-power does not exist in a vacuum. It exists in a world of interconnectedness. But without anchoring to our true self, the essence of self-power, we can blow around like dandelion seeds in the wind. So other power that is most worthy of trust is the truth of Dharma, our true nature within. Master Chongsan said, the core tenet of developing self-reliance means to rely on self-power as the basic principle, even while relying on both self-power and other power together. Thus, let us proceed by relying on self-power as the foundation. The greatest source of self-power is connecting with one's true nature, il-one-sang. How do we do this? Through meditation, contemplation, and implementation, the threefold practice. We, spiritual practitioners, understand that our physical and environmental conditions are often beyond our control, but we aspire to maintain a calm mental and emotional state in all situations. In closing, our third Head Dharma Master Taesan said, when the whole of humankind develops the power of self-reliance mentally, physically, and materially, a genuinely equitable world will manifest itself. He elaborated further. 1. Developing self-power is the first and essential step for creating human rights. 2. Self-power is our right and brings about well-being, happiness, and prosperity. 3. When I unnecessarily depend on others, all blessings transfer to those who do my work. 4. Dependency can weaken my potential and let my capabilities die. 5. Developing self-power is greatly valued by human beings who are spiritually and mentally evolved. Lastly, 6. At the end of your day, reflect upon whether you have been dependent upon the power of others or whether you have lived with your own self-power. Dear friends, the path of developing self-power is a path to independence, equality, liberation, and freedom. The journey requires courage, diligence, practice, and faith. May the path rise up to meet us. Happy Independence Day.
Thank you, Reverend Gong, for your inspiring Dharma talk. Now, let us have a moment of silence to reflect on today's message. In our live chat, you're welcome to share a takeaway. Thank you for joining us today. Happy July 4th. See you all next week.
Happy July 4th.